Alright! Hello everybody! Hello Bean Strange George Callis. Welcome back to Limbus Company! Last time we tried and failed miserably at Refraction Railway 4. But, oh boy, now it is time for the W Corp event. And first it's time for polls for the W Corp event. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Oh well, at least I got heat. No heat. Wow, triple debated. Okay, fine. Hello, Clementine. Hello, Gal. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Roxas. Wow. Oh, Heath's event. Okay. Hello, Unixers. Wow, the Gacha absolutely just straight up despises me today. Hello, E.G.O. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there. Oh, I got the E.G.O. Hey.
눈을 떼지 마라. 한순간이라도 놓친다면 영원히 방황할
Hey, look at that. I got the E.G.O. at least. Ah, look at this lovely HD 4K, I should say, on this monitor for me. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. I will take it. I got the E.G.O, which is rarer than the fucking identity. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's a vent. Alright, here we go. Alright, so yeah, you know what? If I can get one out of the two rare things, that is completely and totally worth it. Alright, let's eat 200 boxes. I have nearly 1,000 boxes, so it's fine. So let's eat, like, I can use these boxes for Heathcliff as well, and it should totally be fine. Alright. Faust? No, that's Jisan. I will one day remember these symbols. One day I will remember these symbols. I can only remember the horse for Don Quixote and the orange because that is Ishmael. But the others, and of course Mr. Krabs' arm because that is Gregor. Other than that, fuck off. I do not know them. And also, yeah, the egg is Sinclair. Ay, jeez. There's Faust. Okay. Bonus caps out at 120. Nice. Okay, thanks. All right, and let's get some for Aldous and Heath too, because I know we're. Oh no, I mean let's get some for Keith too. With purple, yes. Okay, because I know we're gonna need them to uptime. All right, now let's buy that.
이 계획에는 다수의 결함이 존재합니다만 파우스트가
Coffee
이
Faust.
계획을 완전 무결하게 만들어드리죠.
N Corp Faust would not like you in the least. All right. Okay, so now let's set up our charge team. Ah! What the hell? The fuck just happened there? God. Where's charge? Here. Is this the controller? I swear, if this is the controller being a bitch. It was the controller just being a bitch. I don't know why the controller was being a bitch. It just is. Goodbye, W Faust. Alright. At least I had enough to fully level her.
의뢰 목표를 처리했습니다.
The contract
이번
target.
원정 의뢰도 철저히 준비한
Meticulous
보람이군요.
preparation of the contract expedition. Alright. Maxinger is very worth nice. Several noises are present at this child's desk. Sounds of fingers tapping on a keyboard and a pen tip scratching against the paper among them. The name has tags? I didn't see that. A fixer armed with prosthetics nervously approached the child and presented a set of documents before her. The child took them with one hand, barely paying attention to the fixer. Your budget proposal has been reviewed, but several points of necessary adjustments have also been identified. Yes, ma'am. The fixer shuddered a little, dreading her next words. While this child was generally of a gentle disposition, she was very strict when it came to documents and numbers. It barely mattered how many times the office employees reviewed, proofread, and meticulously checked every little detail in the reports for typos and miscalculations. They could never stand proudly in front of this perfectionist child as they presented their reports to her. And just as the fixer had dreaded, the child stops and loads up numerous data graphics on her monitor, even before moving past the first few pages of the document. It feels necessary to note that the purpose of this contract expedition extend beyond the contract itself. A part of it is to expand the office's partnership via business meetings with T Corp, and the other is to attend investors' conferences to establish partnerships with new trading workshops. Yes, actually I did take that part into account when setting our budget. I made sure to pay her more than enough funds to... It appears that each participant in this expedition is universally assigned a 24-hour day budget. However, each participant must be assigned hours specifically tailored toward their roles in the expedition. Please note that we'll be meeting with workshops of varying wealth brackets, some located within nests, some in the back streets. Oh! Research the average daily hours for T Corp upper class and back streets investors. Oh, and you have neglected to include a list of workshops that the office seeks to visit. The fixer froze in place. If it weren't for his prosthetic eye, he would have been constantly squeezing his eyes shut, cringing at each pointed criticism she made. Oh, the first mention of P Corp. Interesting. P Corp may be power? Not sure. Most of the office's contracts have been with P Corp, so your ignorance of T Corp's idiosyncrasies is understandable and expected. What is impressive is Faust's knowledge, which lies far beyond any average metric. I love it when she's kind of arrogant about herself, it's funny. The child briefly glances at the fixer before saying some very unreassuring words of reassurance, but she also pointed to a part of the document before complimenting his work. Here's her own way of giving a carrot after the series of sticks she just delivered. Using the warp train is an acceptable suggestion, however. Set apart a week of our schedule and contract the Seven Association to conduct on-site surveys. Do not forget to verify that information yourself, of course. Just as the fixer was about to respond, she motioned for him to stop. And after a long contemplation, she began. Expand the warp train budget. Seriously, we really need to take first class. We really, really need to take first class. Don't ask how Faust knows this. Ma'am, that budget is more than enough. W Corp's running a promotion for economy class tickets, so... Yes, fuck that noise. That would normally be the case indeed. However... The child gazes into the air for a moment, before closing her eyes to think. She does that often when she's trying to understand something that's not so easily understood. I may be traveling in a first-class seat instead. Seriously? The fixer raised all four of his hands, surprised by her request. The child looked away from the documents as the fixer saw overreaction. She glared at him, her eyebrows lowered with a look of perplexed disdain. Is there a problem with that?
No, it's just unexpected. I just thought you would consider a first-class seat a waste of money. Like, what's the use of all that luxury and the immense budget? You only get to enjoy it for just 10 seconds. That's horribly inefficient.
On that, I do agree. However, Faust does not want to be subjected to nightmares beyond Faust's comprehension. Oh well. It is how it is. This is this and that is that. I do not quite understand what the Gesellschaft is thinking. Ooh. Huh, what's that?
Shopped? Are you feeling shafted by something, boss?
Wait, is that what they call the Faust network? Is that what the Faust Discord is called? The Gesellschaft? Because that's a German word. Oh. Often translated as society. Thank you, Gal. Associations in which self-interest is the primary justification for membership. Well, that definitely tracks. Oh, this airplane flying overhead. No, it's nothing. In any case, update the proposal as per my requests and place it on this desk by tomorrow morning. If you believe that is too much workload for you to handle within a day, wake up Mr. Heathcliff from his workday nap and ask him to assist you in proofreading the document.
Heathcliff, wake up! Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, whoa.
And please tell him to get himself a cup of coffee or any substance of the like from the break room.
Yes, ma'am.
As the fixer dragged the sleepy child to the break room, the child rose from her seat and slowly walked to the windows. Past the full glass window is a view of numerous tall buildings emblematic of the northern architecture. On the streets are people so far and so small, almost ant-like in the child's eyes, busily walking through their daily lives. The child sips on her cup of coffee as she reviews the adjusted plan, taking in the view, so that she could perfect the plan even further using Faust's knowledge. And the meticulously crafted plan began paying off almost as soon as the contract began in earnest.
How's that arm still intact? We hit him with the explosives!
We've been informed that the T Corp backstreet syndicates often make use of inventions of more explosive variety. Model 40Y3, specifically crafted to withstand high levels of heat and shock, was indeed a good choice of gear for this contract. The child's prosthetic eye had already finished mapping out the interiors of the dark warehouse. Just as she identified the trajectory of the bomb and where it flew from, she rushed forward and carefully swung two great swords attached to her prosthetic arms. And in a slash, their supposed leader's head was separated from his body. The henchman began charging toward her, and the prosthetic fixers with swords and spears. It was all a useless struggle. Whenever they managed to break their arms, fixers would simply replace them with new ones. Let us move a little faster. We have a business meeting scheduled in 2 hours. It wasn't long before every single one of the syndicate's henchmen were on the ground. Oh, color. However, the child did not spare a moment to celebrate and instead walked toward one of the doors of the massive warehouse that the syndicate was guarding. Oh, a color. Oh, it's a lamp. A lamp that returns colors. I've never seen one this bright and large. Now the impressive magnitude of the contract sum seems more reasonable. Just as soon as the door swings open, the sepia-toned room immediately begins filling with brilliantly varied colors. That spectacular scene was enough to catch the attention of other fixers as well, who were finishing off the remaining syndicate henchmen.
This thing is massive. I don't know if we have enough collective horsepower to, you know...
Oi, boss lady. Do we really have to deliver this ourselves?
Of course not. Oh, JVAT Association. Is this in the same world as that, I wonder? Huh. The Deviant Association has already been contacted and informed that we would like for them to deliver this item to our client.
When the hell did you... Never mind. This scuffle wasn't exciting as I thought it'd be.
Right, ain't that we'd struggle because we're all out of our elements here at T Corp. T Corp backstreets.
A grin of a non-noticeably slight arc appeared on her lips as she proudly crossed her arms together. The office fixer's response was that of unmitigated respect. This can all be attributed to Faust's meticulous and flawless plan that eliminates all uncertainties and variables. And your contributions were also of some help, however minuscule they may have been. Do not forget to impart a few words of encouragement fashioned in her own unique way of delivering them. Well, that's something. Alright, and now to go even further beyond. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, let's not forget. Wow, replacing Ebony Stem, eh? Now she actually has a charge E.G.O. Let's thread it up. Rambling man. You use S3 to build charge for S1 and S2. Well, that is super interesting. Alright, so wait, what is it at now? It's attack weight 3, and it gets attack weight 4. Oh, we don't have enough threads! No, Fuckleberries. Oh well. Hello, Jossie, welcome to the stream. Actually, do I dare? That is the one charge E.G.O. Faust has. Oh wow, that is actually worth it too. That is actually fucking worth it. God damn. Fuck me. Out of thread. Alright, and she doesn't need it? Okay, cool. Alright, let's go, charge team, let's go. And now Heathcliff will get a proper addition to charge team. Alright, let's go do the event.
소등이 되고 나면 더욱
What is this? Oh, that's just the currency. Civilian recovery pack. Main story or clearing the mirror. Okay. And that's just what we're saying. Alright, let's go! First class. Hell yeah! We're taking first class. Alright. How did this happen? First, we boarded the warp train to get to our next destination, P Corp. Oh, we're going... Don's thing is in P Corp! Oh, wow. This is Limbus Company, Jassy. Oh, wow. So Don's... Wow, we didn't... Where even is P Corp on the map? I gotta go check that after this. got into our fancy first-class flash freeze hibernation capsules, and we were supposed to arrive at P Corp after a quick blink of an eye, but here we go. Dante, please respond. The first thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Faust, who had entered hibernation at the same time as I did. Then I realized that we woke up mid-transit on the warp train, which could only mean that we're now stranded in some lost, unknown dimension. Dante, I understand your considerable degree of disorientation, but... Yeah, it's the wing Sinclair's dad was trying to make deal with, I get, but we still don't know anything about it beyond that. Like, we don't know what they do. What the hell happened?! First things first. Oh, hello, Soul Clock. Welcome to the stream. Let's rewind. You're probably wondering how we got this point. And turn to the very start of this highly unfavorable situation we find ourselves in. You're probably wondering how I found myself in this situation. Oh, P is preservation. It's for Roland got the device that... Oh, okay. To preserve food. Okay. So P is preservation. Hawkeye Starwell crossover. A few days ago.
Our next destination is to a warp train, Dante.
What? Yep, that's where all started. There I was, still perplexed by the incidents at T Corp, with my awful idea of clearing the air by asking Virgilius for our next destination, not knowing the storm that my innocent question would bring. Verily, I must have misheard thee!
Oh yeah, short stack. Now it's time for your development of character. Let's see how you like it. I'm certain you heard me right, Don Quixote. We are now en route to the T Corp warp train station.
The warp train station must have some conundrum that must be resolved there. Indeed. Quest that must be simply just at the station. Yes.
Did a distortion pop up at one of the warp platforms or something? I see that you are now significantly less disinclined to take on some side jobs. But no. We are boarding the warp train to get to P Corp. End of story. There's nothing between the lines, so don't even try reading into it. I literally just mean we are taking the train.
It was only natural that the sinners immediately fell into a state of collected, dumbfounded shock. None of the sinners have any history of working at W Corp, but their identities do. We're actually taking that train? Through what vague information we could gather from the identities, we'll had some fragmentary knowledge about the terrible secrets of the warp train's operations. I initially considered hiding this information from the rest of the sinners, but since sharing things with everyone and letting them get their 2 cents and usually ended up being pretty helpful more than often than not, I've been sharing more of these as of late.
Though I have very dim, if present at all, recollections from the time during which I wear the identities. It can be determined that from the conversational records between the manager and the identities that the mechanisms behind the warp train's operations can be deemed as somewhat bizarre and inefficient. Oh, yes. It's that 10-second trip that actually takes a long, long time, right? And when the train reaches the destination, they just wipe the passengers' memories? I also heard that the passengers get so tired and weary that they start literally ripping and tearing into one another.
Sounds like I might finally have a chance to see a masterpiece with my own eyes. Even when the sinners wear the identities through my identity cards, the identity's memories or beliefs don't bleed into them once it's over and done with. Alright, that's good. Oh yeah, that is good. I remember that. Just to reiterate that. I remember when Faust explained that, due to the risks associated with embracing such influences, there was a filtering process to intentionally block them from reaching the sinners. That's why the sinners could use the identities of some of our worst enemies without getting infected by their philosophies and whatnot. Ah, cool. I love that. I love that. I'm glad that that's probably something people had asked them. Yeah, that makes sense. It also meant they couldn't retain any new information that each identity had to offer. That's why I kept a record of some things that sound particularly important, and sometimes share it with the rest of the sinners. My voice doesn't really carry well past the window, so most of our communications are one-sided, but I had an abundance of W Corp identities, so it wasn't difficult to piece together the truth behind the trains. But, maybe ignorance really is bliss. Your alarmed response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Faust? Then thou hast known this all along? Wherefore hast thou not deigned to tell me all of this? Faust has indeed known this all along, as no knowledge is out of Faust's reach. As expected, a solution to your dilemma has already been prepared. I seriously doubt your solution involves not getting on the train. So what is it?
The bus! Oh, what about the bus? There's no way this thing fits inside a train car.
Charon vetoes too. No one to feed Muffy when Charon's gone.
Miss Faust.
The rearmost tail cars of warp trains are all freight cars. That is where Mephistopheles will be safely fastened and transported. And the LCB will have the benefit of boarding as first-class passengers. The bus begins to swell with noise again, though in a slightly different air to the alarm response from earlier. The window is the main menu screen where you set the ID. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
First class passengers? What, seats for those pompous toughs? Even on normal trains, you got these sort of practice accomplishment in life. Is playing their asses in first class seats, while others are cramming themselves into freight cars because they haven't the cash for even an economy ticket.
Hey, don't look at me. I've never been in one of those first class seats before either.
Isn't the ticket for a single first class seat like as expensive as 3 to 4 months' salary of a first year wing employee? Can our budget really end up paying for all of our fares? The company's budget is not a subject that warrants your concern.
I heard first class passengers get some cool bonus stuff like personalized private capsules or something, don't they?
That is the promotional language, yes. They are flash freeze hibernation capsules, to be precise. They have been designed to easily withstand the true amount of time it takes for the warp train to travel from point A to point B. The trip will be over in the blink of an eye for the passengers.
The company's regard for our well-being is unfamiliar yet welcome. To be provided such extravagance merely for our comfort, such occurrence is quite seldom.
Right. I honestly thought they were going to slip just the guide and car into first class seats and ship the rest of us in the economy cars. This seems like an unnecessary luxury. They should have saved their budget and given only the executive manager and the loyal advisor access to those seats. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking the train to get to our next mission, alright? We have to think about the unique nature of warp trains and prepare ourselves accordingly.
Right. I know it's first class and all, but warp trains are just plain creepy. I know you'd also be worried about...
For example, economy passengers are gonna have a hard time getting into a first class car. If they can even attempt to open it, I mean. pretty sure the door separating the cars is ironclad. Ishmael had been holding that first-class promotional pamphlet in her hands for a while, was chattering on with fire in her eyes. We won't even have to lift a finger. Just aboard the train, get into our capsules, shut our eyes, and snooze to the entire ride until all that mess in the other cars blows over. I heard they used to give out commemorative merch back when the finances weren't in the gutter, and... Oh... A true adventure is not without its hardships! Yet, even the most exalted of heroes cannot venture without respite. And in very rare occasions, the hero may even deign to select a first-class seat to rest in place of a quaint inn. Indeed. Indeed. Seems like everyone was at least somewhat interested in the fabled first-class seats of warp trains. I could sense that there was a growing consensus among the sinners that even a warp train trip might be acceptable if it meant they could ride in the first-class seats.
I will board the train if I must.
Is first-class seating mandatory? I prefer the scenic route. Don't want to miss out on all the fun. Really, Ryoshu? Really? Virgilius pretended to not hear Ryoshu's question.
Very well. Then I assume that we're all in agreement. Let's go.
I've a matter of great import to discuss with thee. Well, that's what I think the whole point of Limbus is, Main Strange. Limbus is probably gunning to be the new L Corp.
What is it? Out with it, lass. Being around the bush ain't like you.
Ooh, yep, it's John's turn coming up. Don Quixote carefully began, almost whispering in a low voice. That is, in the first-class seats. I have heard tell that we must board with our feet freed from our boots! Does that claim old water? Oh, come on now. What kind of nonsense gossip is this coming from this time? 'Tis no gossip! Forsooth, I have overheard aught from those we have walked past her today, and... When one of them inquired, that you gotta go barefoot in first class, right? The other responded with, of course, man, what am I, stupid? Doth the traveler speak true, Ishmael? Don't ask me. I've never been on one of these before either. I don't remember seeing anything like that on the pamphlet. Give me a sec. I mustn't be separated from Rosinante! Not even for a twinkle! I shan't toss Rosinante to the side next to such vulgarities like the ugly shoes of Sir Heathcliff! Oh yeah, that's what Rosinante is, her boots, isn't it?
Oi! You little!
I implore thee, O illustrious red gaze! Prithee, grant me thy permission to allow me to board Rosinante! I expected Virgilius to answer with his usual exasperated rebuff. This time responded in somewhat serious if tainted by that familiar annoyance tone.
Fine, keep your shoes on. I don't give a cab. Whatever.
Alright, the Northern Fixer. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen the northern side of the city ever. Hello, Mando. Welcome to the stream. huge. That was my first impression of the warp train station. Oh, so this is... Don Quixote shouted vibrantly. So yeah, this is gonna be a Don and Faust event, it seems. I'm glad Don gets something before her event, before her big chapter. Don Quixote shouted vibrantly, immediately recovered from her previous apprehension of the sheer possibility that she might be separated from Rosinante. So each nest has one of these massive structures in them?
Oh, I've got nothing. Oh, know anything about what they're asking?
Heathcliff asked, gesturing toward Marceau with his chin.
Every warp train station has been built with a general design philosophy that draws from their respectiveness architecturally idiosyncrasies. It can also be said that many critics in relevant fields praise the warp train stations as one of the many cultural cornerstones of the city.
I have no idea when it happened. But Heathcliff started treating Marceau like a walking encyclopedia from time to time. Marceau! Young Marceau! Young? You're the youngest one! Hello? Is that passenger over yonder from one for the west?
Incorrect. Leather-based clothing and metal armor are predominantly fashion trends, often visible in the outfits of the Western population, while that individual cloth-based style is something ubiquitously observed throughout the population of North and South. They are largely considered to be an Eastern fashion trend, rarely seen among Western.
Prithee, slow thyself, for I must make a record of thy lectures! What wisdom dost thou have to impart regarding the fashion of the northern region? I have once espied in a magazine that they are garbed in loose-fitting outfits. Understandably so, given the colder climate of that region.
An opportunity for a first-hand observation stands before you.
Huh?
Ah!
Ah! 3 seconds of screaming duet, one of utter fascination, the other of unmitigated frustration.
What is this shit? You nearly blew out my eardrums! You're the one to talk! Dude, I got an audible frequency range expansion implanted in my eardrums! Holy shit, man! Now get the hell out of my way. You're blocking the walkway like a ragtag band of hits. Never even seen a warp train before. Damn it, I took the train all the way up for an expedition. I want to lose my target and now these assholes are trying to blow out my eardrums. Great. Just great. I love this.
Guys, is it that obvious that we've never been on the warp train before?
And the ticket fee came straight out of my damn pocket!
Oh, watch out, big fella. Somebody might get seriously hurt if you keep swinging these forearms around. He's holding a weapon to boot.
Prithee, wilt thou stand still for but a moment to satisfy a few inquiries of mine regarding thy outfit? Oh, yes, yes! Sit in absolute stillness for 5 minutes and
Seriously?
The fixer, with a particularly impressive set of prosthetic arms, spent a few minutes venting several of his numerous grievances at us. We're storming off to a different platform. Indeed! 'Tis grand, the city of sundry odd personalities. I'm pretty sure he was thinking the same thing.
I guess the city really is full of people with full body prosthetics.
That's when Virgilia slowly walked up to our group.
Well then, we'll rendezvous at the destination.
Huh? Oh, the illustrious Red Gay is not right alongside us!
W Corp policy demands that those with the title of a color must board a train specifically prepared for them instead.
Interesting. So they automatically get their own unique first class. Makes sense. Because they would be able to break the train. They would be able to break through. That makes sense. Color fixers get, like, automatic special privilege. Ooh, are you, like, riding the first class plus or something? That's a color for you, I guess. Special treatment from the wings no matter where he goes. Karen wants to go back to Meffy. Meffy'll be lonely.
I already told you why you can't, Karen. On 3 separate occasions in which I bought you those multi-flavored candies. Humans are not allowed aboard the freight cars. Then, Miss Faust.
Yes. Virgilius, after exchanging a knowing look on a nod with Faust, escorted the particularly peeved Charon away. Hello, Cool Dog. Welcome to the stream. Dante, let us proceed this way. We followed Faust's guidance to the entrance to our train car.
Ah,
Ooh, hey, our colors are starting to come back. Hey, these must be the fabled complimentary food and drink at the first class seats. Heck yeah, of course! Quality stuff like these gotta be included with that insane pricing. The general response to this room was a surprise as the rows upon rows of expensive-looking, sizable capsules. Flash freeze hibernation, huh? I guess it really literally freezes our bodies in a flash. Faust, are these flash freeze hibernation devices safe? Who comes after Dawn? I think it's Ryoshu or Merceau. It's one of the two. Or Honglu. Yeah, Ryoshu, Merceau, or Honglu. Oh yeah, I think... Please elaborate on your exact definition of safe. These things are supposed to freeze a solid, right? Can we really come back from something like that? Limbus takes place in the year 984. Interesting. Thank you, Cal. A flash freeze hibernation device will put you in a temporary state of death, caused by a rapid cellular cryopreservation process. However, the rapidity of the process prevents damage to your cell walls during the phase change. Therefore, in most normal cases, this will not cause any issues. Faust is aware that this model has fully resolved cell wall breaching issues caused by cryogenic density change or by ice crystal growth of hydrogen molecules. I missed about half of what you said, but your point is that it's safe, right? Yes, as far as Faust is aware. Even if an issue were to arise during the journey. Because everyone will be reverted to their statuses at the beginning of the train trip upon arrival, there won't be any lasting complications from said problem.
boy, got some real talent dragging out something so simple as yeah, it's safe. So many words. Seriously.
Indeed, as Faust's talents are not limited to a singular field. Okay, but that still leaves a lot to be worried about. Wait, there was something odd about the way she phrased that. As far as Faust is aware, are you saying that it could be wrong? As a general rule, Faust does not err. However, Faust is also not a divine being. There is certain information in the world that Faust is yet to have access to. Therefore, while Faust may speak the facts, what is said may not always align with the truth. Okay.
They don't call first class for nothing, I guess. T Corp's way up there in the northernmost corner of the city. Processing will take us there in the blink of an eye, huh? That's one hell of a time saver.
Prepare thyself, Resonante! This begins the long chat! Oh, I've been meaning to ask Don Quixote. Do you ever, Wash those shoes. Oh, that's right. We also have the Walpurgis as like a mini story thing. The next Walpurgis before Dawn's Kanto. Where'd that come from, Roja? No, I mean, like, think back to when we were inside that veil. When the veil blew up, we got all kinds of gross, slimy bits on us. They were in our clothes, our shoes, everything. Yeah. And do you remember how much work it took us to clean our bloody, fishy, fleshy, gunked clothing? This, really isn't something I wanted to revisit, you know, with the love of my life dying and everything, but, yeah. Right? And do you also remember how cute they never took her shoes off once during that whole ordeal? Okay, I guess they do look a bit filthy. Oh yes, they do, compatriots! I'll so ever witness an errant knight who leaves the side of their beloved steed!
Can't say I've ever witnessed a knight before, though.
Then thou shalt know, starting now! Behold it, hearken to it, and remember it well! They never quiet down, do they? Ooh, have you been on one of these, Otis? Huh. I have been treated to premium VIP seats of similar grandiosity back when. This is nothing to fuss over. Oh wow, Faust has already been, I mean, not Faust, Otis has already been on the train on first class before. Otis, who was sitting there and shaking her legs, suddenly asked Faust a question. Hey, you're confident that no accidents ever occurred on one of these first-class cars, yes? Well, there has. We know there has. In order to prevent cases of unnecessary anxiety and misgivings among the sinners, the history of accidents that occurred aboard war trains will not be shared. Wait, what the? Beep! Oh, I think we're leaving soon. This is for warp train PW612 bound for P Corp. Boarding period is ending soon. Sinners who are leisurely enjoying their complimentary snacks or taking a look around the first class car suddenly became a lot busier. Then let us hurry and enter our capsules before it's too late. Oh no, why isn't this? The other sinners made it into their capsules no problem, but I feel like I was the only one who's fumbling. Is it anxiety, Dante? I think so. Initiating warp in 10 minutes. Alright, so we got time. Allow me to assist you. Stand as so you are leaning back and... Hello Audrey, hello Raphael, welcome to the stream. I had to spark her, Raphael. But I did get the E.G.O. I mean Andre, not Audrey, sorry. I did get the E.G.O. through the gacha. Oh wow, look at this, you can see! Oh, look at Todd! There's Faust. Faust expertly guided me to the capsule as though she'd done something like this before, then pressed a button inside the capsule that closed the hatch. Do not worry too much. We will meet again in but a moment, Dante. Hello, Mordred, welcome to the stream. Oh, nice, Raphael. I thought I heard a brief sigh, but the hatch shut tightly before I could ask anything. Initiating warp. Please confirm that your seatbelts are firmly fastened. Last thing I saw before my capsule began to fill with gas was Faust climbing into her own capsule, opposite of mine. I had no idea then what she really meant by we will meet again in but a moment. Alright, and the cold open. We're back. Dante, you must wake up. Dante! But one thing I knew for sure was an inconceivable situation has occurred. That something had seriously, seriously gone wrong. Okay. Oh, what is this ahead of us I see? Ooh. 15. Wow, this is a long one. 15 stages. My god. That's longer than some of the fucking opening chapters. That's longer than some of the opening contos. My god. We're here already? Wow, I guess that wasn't an exaggeration at all. It really happened in the blink of an eye. As always, Faust is giving me her usual look, which is the complete lack of any emotive expression. Which I suppose is why I didn't immediately register that something had gone awry. No, we are not yet at our destination. Huh? When I finally came to, and after I had some time to digest that odd reply, I looked up at her face once again. This intervalo is better than some contos? I keep hearing people say this is peak. I can't wait to see what actually happens. I looked up at her face once again. I noticed that her expression was more antsy than usual by a microscopically minuscule degree. So the train is still running? Yes. Then where are we? I believe we are currently stranded in unidentified dimension. Coordinates unknown. I took a reflexive deep breath from the sheer horror of the numerous implications stuffed into that dryly delivered sentence. When that passed, the first thing that stuck in my mind was that we were about to suffer the very thing that we were so worried about. I see. I soon found myself calming down. Yeah, this had to be a part of Faust's plan. She probably saw this coming from a mile away. I'm sure she's about to proudly tell me every little detail of her plan that'll help us out of the situation. But this is all just part of the plan, right? Faust? Faust? That was an unusually long silence from Faust. You are half correct, yet half incorrect. With that, Faust let me to flounder in the chaotic stream of vaguely terrifying information as she began stopping by each capsule to wake the sinners.
Oh, we're here already. Man, it's really happened in the blink of an...
No. Ooh, what's this? We're here already for real. It's really happened in the blink of an... No.
Whoa, we're here already? I guess they're really worrying over no...
No.
Oh.
No.
Yet I have not uttered a single word.
There was a brief cheer, a little hurrah about regaining our colors, followed by a flat-toned explanation of our current predicament, which was then followed by a long, loaded silence. It was a sequence of events I had the pleasure of watching play out on about 10 consecutive occasions. Where's Kieran? Shouldn't she be here as well? Dante, I understand your confusion. However, perhaps an elaboration of our present circumstances is necessary. And that brings us to the present. Let me get this straight. This train's still running.
And we're drifting through some unknown dimension.
Oh, odd about that struck me as quite dramatic. Karen went with Virgilius. Oh, okay, that's great. Awesome. Okay.
More importantly, are you saying that you already knew this would happen, Faust?
Yes. Ah!
What the hell is wrong with you? Huh?
Wait. The sinners each began to voice their anger. Of course, this wasn't the first time Faust and Virgilius intentionally and knowingly omitted certain details about events in our path. Wait, she knew this was gonna happen.
What, are you insane? It's not like we can just retreat or jump out that door when stuff hits the fan. Opening the door will result in near immediate destruction of the physical body.
But hey, Faust, at least you know what to do like you always do. You got a plan, right? Right. Faust, who had never seemed at a loss for words, was having oddly long instances of silence.
What's up with that? Lars looks totally out of it today.
She gives me a sideways glance. There must be something she can't discuss in front of the sinners. Guys, let's pause for a bit. She said that something inconceivable's happened. The other sinner's anger was completely understandable. It also makes sense that this continued lack of communication is harming our trust in Faust. Alright, we're gonna go over the situation from the start, okay? I wonder how long into the trip it is. But just letting things play out might really turn everyone against Faust, and for good. And I doubt Faust had any ill intent in waking us up in the middle of the trip. First things first, I gotta get the sinners to calm down. Then I'll ask Faust to tell us what happened. If there's a problem, we'll figure it out and deal with it as we move along. Tell us what's going on, Faust. All of it. And in a way that we can all understand. Let's hear her out first. Is that okay with you guys? If you say so, I'll go along with it.
Fine. If that losing my rag really ever did anything.
Thank you. Then, after some time, the gist of Faust's explanation was as follows. Cause of this issue, as always, involved a certain contract and a unilateral decision from the higher-ups of Limbus Company. W Corp caught wind of Limbus Company's recent distortion contract management promotions. Oh, we're here to deal with the distortion. Yeah, Heathcliff character development. That was really cool to see. And decided to contract us to deal with a mysterious, repeated series of incidents. Suspected to have been caused by distortion. After multiple failed attempts resolved on their own, of course. That's probably why they're giving us a free ride on the first class. I see. That's probably why they're giving us the first class ride. The distortions themselves likely did not pose a problem for W Corp. Based on the available information, it can be determined that they would all have been neutralized as soon as the train arrived, and any transformed passengers would have been reverted to their human forms. But the real issue is the passengers were disappearing. Oh! What? Is the puppet master back? What the hell? Passengers spirited away? Alas, such is an impossibility aboard these trains, is it not? That is the question for which we must discover the precise cause and effect of. Did W Corp share anything to get us started? That appears to be the most prominent cause of this misunderstanding. She explained that W Corp refused to share anything about the trains because they were concerned about maintaining the secrets of the singularity. Maybe that's exactly why they sought out an upstart business like Limbus Company to deal with that, now that I think about it. We wouldn't even know where to start if we didn't have access to the information that the identity cards had to offer. Faust produced what appeared to be a key card with the W Corp logo on it for continuing with their explanations. Oh, interesting. However, we were given this master key card that could open and close the hibernation capsules at will. We may return to our respective capsules as soon as the contract is fulfilled and safely complete the rest of the journeys we had planned from the beginning.
These bloody wings. Every single one of them has been absolutely balmy.
I think it's a bit unkind of them to ask us to finish the puzzle without all the important pieces. At least at T Corp, their chief executive director tagged along as our assistant, not to mention kindly explaining so many new things to us. It sounds like Miss Faust was stuck between a rock and a hard place herself. Some sinners grew more receptive after explanations, albeit with a sigh.
I would have appreciated if you at least gave us a hint.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but it's not like there's someone out there monitoring your every move and every word, right? That is... Ah! What? Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, what was the harm in Faust just telling us this? Yeah. I wonder what the harm is in Faust would have been in Faust just telling us that. But not everyone was willing to let this go without saying their piece. Next time, I will take your inputs into account. And that's everything I can do for her. It's an undeniable truth that Faust has disappointed the sinners with what she's done. But she is Faust after all. I'm sure she has backup plans to get us out of this situation. Huh. So what's next on our agenda? Yes, what's done is done, right? Besides, it's not like we got to rot away for thousands of years inside this metal box. Oh, she has a new expression. Interesting. That is something I must first discuss with Dante. Discuss. But discussing things with other people is very unlike Faust. What are we discussing, Faust? I'd recommend that you lower your voice from this point onward, Dante. Why are we whispering? Your secretive attitude only served to exacerbate my already battered sense of safety. Oh, there it is. Ooh, oh, there it is. That's the name of the Faust Discord. I bet some freaking, Faust or subreddits and Discords have already changed their names. My connection to Faust, has been severed. I'm sorry, what? I cannot access Faust's knowledge at the moment. I guess I was absolutely right to be anxious. Alright, let's go. Come on, I want to see what this means. Oh, we get to fight now. Ooh, boy. Oh, interesting. It starts with the number that the other one left off on. All right, let's Oh, yep, it's the... Oh, God. I gotta... Shit. I don't know. Okay, if they're asking us to use 12 sinners, they really need to fucking give us more EXP.
준비.
네, 목적지를 향해.
청소 준비 완료.
아이고,
청소 준비 완료.
Oh, God, these guys are not levels. Oh, God. Oh, God, we need more fucking EXP.
정리를 시작하겠어.
What do you mean you can't? I mean it in the most literal sense. My access to Faust's input and information, which has always been readily available. The event title screen changes mid-contour. Oops, thank you, Meteor. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Is completely severed. Ooh. Yes, sad Faust. Goddamn train. We have the freaking warp train in the background here, vying for the attention. Cheers. Oh, what if everything about this situation is something you don't have access to yet? Like you said last time. One cannot completely dismiss that possibility, but even that is uncertain. Every answer Faust is giving me was always full of confidence and methodical expertise. I don't think she's ever said a sentence that was this full of speculation and doubt. Right. When she speaks in the third person, she's not talking about herself. She's talking about the collective opinion, yeah. I don't think she's ever said a sentence that was as full as Then, Faust, you're... Yes. At this moment, I am limited to operating only with my knowledge. Huh? I cannot discern the cause of this disconnection. Probably because if they're in the W Corp dimension, warp train dimension. More than enough precautions have likely been taken in case of interdimensional travel. Perhaps Faust did not take into account an occasion in which we may have access to access an unidentified dimension such as this. Or even if it was taken into account, this particular dimension may not have yet been subject to cross-observation. If that is not the case, then no, never mind. There was nothing that suggested that my connection to Faust would be lost, not even as we boarded the train. To be honest, this is a rather disagreeable situation for me. Alright, for now. Now that changes everything. I recalled the last thing I saw before the hatch and the capsule closed, when Faust told me not to worry too much. Okay, this is just a minor setback. Nothing we can't beat, right? We got this! Limbus Company! You know, as everybody says. I began to mutter like I was trying to convince myself. As the manager, my job is to calm everyone down and set their sights in the future, just as Faust did for me immediately before the hatch closed. If you're right about why you were disconnected, then that problem will solve itself once we're off the train. And if we do ever run out of options, I'll just turn the cloak and see what happens. Don't stress yourself too much. You still have a lot to work with. Your knowledge, my clock, the sinners, and I could feel my confidence taking a hit with every word that came out of my metaphorical mouth. But that seemed to be enough for Faust. She nodded. Understood. And to the sinners, the fact that we are currently confined to a warp train in operation must be a source of enough stress. I believe that sharing Faust's current state with them would add an unnecessary source of tension.
What, so reckon this door ain't gonna do anything? We're all gonna bite it once it opens?
How many times do I have to tell you that you're not even strong enough to break this door down?
A billion years in this box. Character development.
Yeah, good idea.
So, what now?
Yay, come on, Coral!
Do we have to take a searching sweep around each car or something?
In the grand scheme of things, yes. Faust cleared the air with a cough before continuing. By A Corp standard timescale, approximately 3 days have passed since our departure. Only 3 days? Oh, so the passengers are just now gonna really start to get antsy. Oh boy. Then they're gonna start to... They're still in the denial stage right now. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. As per the contract between Limbus Company and W Corp, I acquired the master key card placed inside my capsule and adjusted the hatch settings to open automatically in 3 days.
3 days, huh?
I feel like I just blinked and... I guess that's hibernation for you.
As you were all informed prior to boarding, there is no way for the economy class passengers to enter the first class car. That is why this place has remained untouched. However, cross-referencing my own deductions and W Corp's rather fragmentary explanations, I can assume that the situation is currently under progress in the economy class cars. Yeah, that's true. It took a couple of weeks. Yeah, they're not ripping each other to shreds yet.
The part where they thresh the shite out of each one another, tearing their limbs off, all that bit?
No, I don't think it gets that bad in just 3 days. Besides, it's supposed to be business as usual for W Corp, right? There must be something else that's out of the ordinary that they want us to deal with. Precisely. In my opinion, it is... Oh, hold that thought for one moment! Just as Faust was about to continue, Don Quixote raised her index finger to her lips and signaled her to be quiet. Dost thou hear aught as I do? Scratching, chipping, rapping, forsooth, past this gate. As Don Quixote kept listening with her ear to the door, an odd expression of half curiosity and half horror appeared on her face. It is possible that there must be... Huh? Lady Faust? After that very distressful noise, everyone simultaneously turned their heads to look at Faust. Who closed her eyes briefly in thought. Please step aside for a moment, Don Quixote. It would be best if I observed it with my own eyes. With that, she produced the master keycard from her pocket and approached the panel installed next to the door.
Oh, hang on a minute. You can open the door.
I intend to follow your usual flavor of suggestion, Heathcliff. That there are times in which a physical altercation is preferable to detached ruminations.
Huh? My suggestion? Well, I'm gonna disagree with you there, but what's going into you, lass?
After all, how could I deduce anything without seeing it myself? Bleep. After a brief mechanical change, hideous creature suddenly crashed through the open door and charged violently in our direction. Here we go!
직원들 복장
They're
점검을
like this
다
already?
마치셨습니다.
What the hell?
특히 저번처럼
What are they
소매단수를
called?
잘랑거리는 채로 제압하는
Collecting
직원이
blood. Craving blood. Oh, this reminds me of the... Oh, I know this. The Vermilion. This is the Vermilion shield or whatever it was. Ooh, oh boy. Ooh. This is vampire shit.
공간을 뭉갠다.
Vermilion cross. That was it. Yes, exactly.
개체의 약점을 정확히 꿰뚫었습니다.
날
뛰어보라고! 철저히 했나 보니.
좋아. 알맞게 먼지 덩어리 풀어냈네. 그러니까 이젠 광을 내볼 차례겠지. 생체 반응이 끊어진 개체의 기록이
Oh wait.
감지됩니다.
Oh my god, the Vermilion cross might have gotten brought back to life properly.
당신과 하이파이브 같은 걸
Right?
시도해봤을지도 모르겠네요.
Because they never got like super killed.
충전 기능 점검.
Ooh.
당신의 점.
Who was on the train with the puppet master? Well, yeah, that was the whole Love Town.
날 뛰어보라고!
Oh my god. Jeez.
그래, 결국
Right, yeah,
마지막까지
Vermilion
성능이
Cross was like
이기는
she
거라니까.
she
잘
hypnotized him or whatever.
그거
She
생각하지
completely
말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이
she
더
completely
매서워지거든?
made him a minion. Yeah. Yeah.
공격 범위 확인.
But I'm saying they look like this reminds me of the aesthetic of the Vermilion
이런 건
Cross.
몽둥이가 약이지.
Yeah.
두드려 패.
신세압 완료. 하트게 고만 좀.
So the Vermilion Cross could be back.
저희가 우세한 상황입니다.
Oh, that's true. He died before
이미
coming into the
매뉴얼을
library.
대여섯
That's
번은
true.
어긴
내
직원들도
앞을
보이는
막을 자는 없어.
이 책임은 다음에 묻도록 하죠.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Lady Faust. However similar in appearance they may have been to the passengers. Verily, it is as though they were in complete want of sense. Like people politified by the whale. Don Quixote hesitated until the last minute before raising her weapon to fight them. She hangs her head mournfully. Use Faust's gloom first if available, that's right. Oh yeah, we didn't even get Vermilion's Book of Pages. That's true. That's true. Normally, Faust would have told her more information about those monsters before the fight began. And she would have not been burdened by the sheer thought of bringing harm to the innocent. Ooh. Faust began searching the area, closely observing various bodies in the general area for information.
You appear particularly inquisitive today, Miss Faust.
Huh, yeah. Aren't you usually the one who has all the answers while we're racking our brains trying to come up with something? As soon as we're starting to feel that there's something off about Faust's behavior. They might even soon realize that there's something wrong with Faust right now. Don Quixote. They are not dead. Huh? Observe closer. The parts are all tethered to one another by something, are they not? Huh. Oh-ho! It appears that the flow of time has ceased in this space. Therefore it follows that the connections that tether bodies to life and away from death remain intact. To my relief, Faust managed to correctly figure out what's going on, like her usual self. Ah, so she is actually smart. Oh, that's nice. She's not dumb. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Even if it took her slightly longer than it usually does. Being connected to the network must hinder her own thinking, I think. Hey, what I say? We got this! Limbus Company! Huh? What was that about? Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah. But I forgot that not all sinners were content with nodding along to whatever information Faust told us.
Huh. The flow of time has ceased aboard a warp train, is it?
He sounded grew pensive, seeing that Faust's lips parted for a moment before closing shut. I was starting to get a good read on her. That was an unmistakable look of regret, no matter how short-lived. Wow, she's becoming much more emotional.
Albeit, would it not be more accurate to fuse that the flow of time is decelerated to the point where, to an extra-dimensional observer, it is slow to a stop? What is your perspective regarding this suggestion?
Yes, that is a most rational suggestion, Yi-san.
Did Miss Faust just get something wrong?
Wow, Yi-san sure is a time expert, right? Can you summarize it in easier language now that we're talking about it anyway? Limbus Company.
Huh. Gladly, if you would allow me.
Yi-san began to elaborate with gentle enthusiasm. That was close.
To speak in brevity, it can be said that death is not an element aboard this train.
And can you maybe speak in a little less brevity?
Oh, to elaborate.
Verily, this one's heartbeat still! Don Quixote lowers her head and listens closely to what appeared to be a dismembered torso, and shouts with relief.
Their state is akin to an unassembled jigsaw puzzle, merely immobilized and separated. Though their corpus has been sundered, the concept of death is at a state of, for all intensive purposes, eternal delay aboard this train. Existence and continuance of moratorium. Forced they are to be tethered upon this thinnest yet tenacious thread of life.
I you understood what has been said here, yet are they not dead all the same? Huh? It really does, Cal. Like, I wonder, like, if there's a way to, like, stop them from feeling during this time. Just so they can be without the pain. If their severed parts are all connected, then it can be said that no matter how entangled their bodies become, it is not impossible to eventually gather their parts together to form a single passenger. Thus, naturally, we can determine how and why the profession W Corp cleanup agent has come to be. Da da da! I see. Because someone will have to categorize and reconstruct these puzzles once the journey is over. It's really baffling to me that a job like that even exists.
Never seen a wing that wasn't baffling in every sense of the word.
Still, I guess that means that as long as the train arrives at the station, they'll all be put back together like nothing happened. From what I learned through the W Corp identities, their main job was to gather chunks of flesh together to bring them back to their original shapes before they boarded the trains. I wonder what they used to do that exactly. Like, we've never actually seen them do it. Like, they kind of do it like off screen. Like, how do they gather like every little bit and piece, like all the smeared blood and everything like that? And like, how do they like fit it all back together? Like, it's a lot more visceral than when I have to look at it in person. Oh, that is quite the auspicious news among ill tidings indeed. It soon clicked in me what Faust was, though with some effort trying to do, as I watched Don Quixote sigh with relief. Maybe Faust was trying to cheer Don Quixote up in her own way. The other Faust would not find it even necessary to do something like that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, K Corp can grow parts back. True. And they have like the save point of the seats, yeah. Dante. Huh? What's up? Oh, time to whisper. Right. Indeed. I intend to collect further intelligence. Well, if there's anything I can tell you. Faust cast a dark gaze toward the chunks of flesh. Her gaze remained fixed upon them as she whispered. Are they distortions or abnormalities? Oh, yeah. I actually wanted to ask you about that. They weren't humans, that's for sure. From then I felt the same sensation I felt from monsters. Something inexplicable. An unclear sensation or an aura. I felt this somewhere before, I'm sure of it. But I couldn't quite pinpoint the source of this sensation. One thing I do know for sure is that the sensation was not the same feeling I got from abnormalities, distortions, or even the Gacha. If I had to lean one way or the other, I'd say they're closer to distortions. I'm sorry, I don't think they're either of those. Is it difficult to be certain at the moment? Again, I'm not sure how I can explain this, but they're very, very similar to distortions, but also different. If you had to ask, then I'm gonna guess Faust doesn't know. Faust may know, but I, at this moment, have no way of knowing. I feel like I should apologize for that. There is no need, Dante. Though the information you have provided me is rather ambiguous, it has helped me deduce something of worth. And collecting intelligence myself and creating deductions based on sparse information is quite... She paused, holding a bloody, slimy chunk of flesh in her hands.
She just smiled at herself with gore in her hands.
Ooh, finally the awakening has begun.
근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건 더 해치울 거 없어? 난 이제 시작인데.
Are he still showing that he can pull weight even as a fucking launch unit? Alright, this is probably going to be the last one for today. Multi-crack office. Or we're actually going to meet the multi-crack office. After a round of intelligence gathering from Faust, we opened the door to the next cabin, only to be greeted by a loud commotion.
It sounds like there are other survivors.
Passengers in danger! Worry not, for I have arrived! Ah! Ooh, hello. Whoa, don't come any closer. Who the hell are you guys? Well, this is Faust's ID, yeah, for sure. A four-armed woman suddenly jumped in our path. She appeared without warning. Stumbled a little, inadvertently slapped by the figure's swinging arms as she pushed us away. Right, like you gave me any warning before you practically kicked that door open.
Would you mind moving that huge sword out of our faces? It's a bit disconcerting.
Threatening? I'm just trying to protect the civilians in this car. Also, is that a bioprosthetic? It must be an old-timer, huh? I thought those things went out of style forever ago.
Oh, you want to see what this old-timer's got left in him?
Ooh. The horde from the north, verily! The carp is up north in the snow!
It's really ain't the time, lass. Anyway, looks like we're in the same mess here. Make way for us, yeah?
Seem to be sizing us up for a moment. Nah. How do I trust you? Got any proof that you ain't bitten? Oh, yep. Vampire times. I'm not gonna let all my effort protecting this place go to waste.
Pete? What the hell are you talking about?
Weird. You look completely lost. If you were in one of the economy cars, I'm sure you've seen. Hello, Mirage. Hold on. Are y'all from the first class car? Yeah, we just woke up from our capsules. But none of you look very, I mean, I heard first class seat's supposed to be, well, why didn't you say so from the get-go? Name's Sasha, multi-crack office rep. Oh, here we go. Finally someone a real Sasha, so I don't stop calling, now I can finally stop calling Sonia Sasha by accident, because there's a real Sasha here. Multi-crack office rep. With that, she lowered her weapons and allowed us to pass. left this car for the duration of the ride, Sasha? Huh? No, I haven't. We warped over to T Corp after picking up one of their contracts, but jeez, can you believe that this train broke down? Shit, is it even broken? Oh wow, that is super interesting. And distortion detective. Blood fiends are categorized as a type of distortion that predates distortion phenomenon. That's insane. Wow, that is insane. Natural distortions. Huh. I wonder how that happened without Carmen. I'm not feeling hungry or sleepy at all. This is some shady bullshit if you ask me. Yo, March. This will be our last node for today. Yeah.
You can feel all that even in a prosthetic body?
Man, how could I live without my favorite hobby? Drifting into a sweet nap after a pleasant meal. So I made sure to get high quality parts for him so I could still feel hungry and sleepy. Oh boy. Hasn't something else of note also occurred? You bet your ass did something else of note go down. How distracting. Is it hard for you to speak without being so hyper? Or at least stop swinging your arms around like that. Can't do that, friend. Broke all my prosthetic arms in a fight, so I'm calibrating a new set. Gotta keep swinging them if I want to sync them up with the other parts anytime soon. Anywho. I don't know what the hell's going on, but people started turning into some weird monsters all of a sudden. Thank you, DDD. Welcome to the stream. Haven't a goddamn clue as to who they are. Don't seem like they can understand us either. Good thing my train car didn't have a lot of those monsters. Just chop what monsters there were to pieces and all the civilians to this vacant car. 3-2 red colors. 3-2 red colors. You have decided to protect them, despite the potential risk they may transform as well. But of course, 'tis expected duty of any furlougher's fixer to stand guard in the front lines against evil, to protect the weak! I've been keeping a close eye on him for the last 3 days, and so far, 0 transformations. Go past this car and you'll see what hell on earth really means. Those monsters are constantly trying to claw their way to the front of the train. So if you ask me, I'd wager that some shit went down there at one of the train cars in the back, and it spread like wildfire till it reached here. I see. Sadly, GTD, we're almost done for the night, but you're free to watch what we already did. Like in the VOD and on YouTube. And that's all I can tell you about the situation. So, what's your story? Why'd you rich first-class folks decide to suddenly grace us peasants with your presence? Nothing that's happening here could have made it to your swanky first-class car, so what's your business down here? W Corp has hired us to solve this case. We are... FIXERS! Indeed, fixers. Faust for look of reluctant acceptance as she affirmed Don Quixote's declaration. We're going to pretend to be fixers. Huh. They got every single one of you a first-class ticket. your office would be rolling in the dough. Wait a goddamn second. So W Corp already knew this would happen. But, are you really contracted to a wing? Not sure if I trust you. As you must be well aware yourself, contracts and contract fulfillment are of paramount importance for fixers. With that in mind, please recall that W Corp is one of the most secretive wings of the city. Ah, non-disclosure agreement, huh? Makes sense. I wouldn't want to deal with those oofy boys either. Believe me. Anyway, I'm still gonna have to ask for proof that you're actually contracted by W Corp. Oh boy. Oh god, I hope she doesn't try to steal it. Oh shit. This is the master keycard given to us by W Corp. I believe that it can open most doors aboard this train. Faust produced a master keycard from her pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W Corp. A keycard. So use this to open the path between the first class and economy class car. Let's see, W Corp logo. Whoa, nice materials. Looks like you're telling the truth. Alright, I won't pry. Not like there's getting cash in it for me either. So, I guess you gotta go all the way down there for your job, huh? Yes. The fixer finally got out of our way. Then with one of her free hands pointed toward the opposite door. Well, it's your funeral, ladies and gents. Or your victory lap if you guys really are that good. Lots of luck to y'all. I thank thee for thy words of courage, Fixer Sasha! I shall trust thee with the protection of this fortress. For thee, protect the innocent in my stead! Ooh. Why do you have a sprite? Why do you have a sprite? Why do you have a sprite? Ooh. Big sis, are you a fixer? Are you going to save us from the monsters in the car behind us? Oh? Hilarious, Taurus. That sprite does not look like a generic NPC at all. Are you the fucking vampire? You do not look like a generic NPC. Just as we're about to reach the other end of the car, a little passenger pulled on Don Cutie's coattails. I forsooth! Wow, are you a famous fixer? Forsooth once again! Thou mayst know me as a profoundly illustrious fixer! Wow, I want to be a fixer too, just like you. Don't pester the lady. I'm sorry, she's my daughter and... Worry not thyself, 'tis no bother at all! Thou must dream of becoming a fixer thyself, little squire! It is fortunate that someone like yourself is aboard the train. Your presence ensured that child's survival. What you talking about all of a sudden? Come on, no need to keep up appearances between people in the same line of work. I'm just here to collect some sweet, sweet emergency contract fees from each and every one of them. Are you two on something? Are you two on something or what? Wow, Faust is actually has quite a moral compass. Interesting. When she's not plugged in. Wow. This is very unique. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. She's actually quite empathetic. Ooh. I love that they're getting more Faust lore. I see. I don't think Don Quixote needs to hear what she just said. Didn't know you could be like that, Faust. Be like, what? You know there was no way the fixer was actually there to protect them out of pure goodwill. Why'd you decide to go along with Don Quixote's delusions anyway? Am I right? Good move. I was getting a bit worried about what happened if she started acting out again. She saw the twinkle in her eyes though, right? Don Quixote's always been a bit energetic, but she's been especially bouncy today. Eyes. Faust strode towards Sasha with a question. I have one last thing to inquire. It'll be 30K per inquiry. That is quite an unsound decision to make for someone who claims to be in the same line of work as us. Have you considered the possibility that, once our contract is successfully completed, we could include references to a particularly cooperative associate office in our report to W Corp? Whoa. You serious? Well then, let me hear it. Were the eyes of the monsters you faced red, by any chance? Sasha paused her swinging arms for a moment upon hearing that question, appearing to either be in thought or trying to recall something, then answered. I don't know. It was a pretty hectic battle in a narrow hallway, so I didn't have the wherewithal to get a good look at their eyes. Is something important? Well, for one, my press. Wait, did I miss a line? Oh, no, I didn't. Well, for one, my prosthetic eye is red. That passenger over there has got red eyes. Oh, you there. Lady with the big sword's also got red eyes. What, something else? Someone out there paying cash for red eyes or something? No, well... It was a question of no significance. Faust lightly nodded in her direction and opened the door of the next car. We're already love-towning, my god. It was just as we had feared. The scene that appeared before us looked like it came straight out of a painting of hell. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, you guys. Ooh, there it is. Look at all the freaking zombie vampires. Next time. Let's see if did the screen change yet? No, it did not. Oh yeah, there's the multi-crack office fixers. Oh, Heath is worth 500. I think it did. I think these guys were... It's mostly battles until the end? Interesting, okay. As next note, okay. So yeah, next time, we will continue. So now it's gonna be a lot of battles? Okay. Well, we got a lot of story done here. Do you think we'll be able to finish it next time? Because, I would like to do it tomorrow at the same time as today. Alright. Oh, thank you, DDD. Oh, that is very sweet of you. Until next time, I will say. And the, so yeah, same time as tomorrow. So long, farewell. Way to say goodnight. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya. Yeah, we can't even tell where T Corp is here. It's probably not.